So 3-1 defeat away to Lincoln United today. How do you reflect on that match?
It's a tough one. Very tough game to listen. You have to give them credit. They battled harder than us. They worked harder than us. They had more desire than us. But again, I can't help think that we stood here giving sloppy goals away, and it's individuals now that, you know, I know I said it a couple of weeks ago, you're trying to show faith for the players, and I still will, but I have to do something about that now. Teams aren't opening us up, they're not playing great football around us, they're just working us, and that's something that I've got to address now. I've just said it to the lads in there, listen, when you're in a tough run of form, you can't seem to buy a win. But there's really basic mistakes going on out there, in possession and out of possession, and that isn't good enough from my team.
Now, Long Eaton scored first in the 16th minute, but Lincoln were really putting the pressure on in the first few minutes. And do you think the lads just got caught up a bit in the direct approach that Lincoln were offering?
Yeah, we just spoke about it in there. You know, they're a physical, direct side. So what you have to do is you have to move the ball quicker, play to your strengths. You know, defend the box. We didn't do that. There was running through. Like I said. I'm not standing there saying that we didn't deserve anything out of that game. We played awful. You know, they was the better side. They wanted it more. They like I said, they probably should have been 2 or 3 up in the first 15 minutes before we scored. So I'm under no illusion. Like, I'm not standing there going, "Oh, well, we played bad," and you know, no, there was a better side. But my side of it now is I've got to address what's going on. For the first time I've stood here, I've just said to the lads in there, now I'm going to have to make some really tough decisions, and you know, there might be some players coming in now. Everyone's had enough ample opportunity to prove their worth in this team. Maybe it's a case of, well, I'm not going to make excuses, there isn't none. I'm going to have to do something about it.
And 4 changes today, 3 that you had to make, you had no choice there. Do you think, you know, the changes in recent weeks, some have paid off, some haven't? Do you reckon that might have led to the disjointed performance today?
No, I've just said to the lads in there, when you go 1-0 up, you know, you should give you a little bit of impetus, especially coming away from home. Yeah, we haven't started the game well, you go 1-0 up. Okay, you've got something to play for now. You know, get in the game, get your heads in the game. I don't want to be making defensive changes, having to put my number 10 at right back, bringing my centre half off. Then limits me to put attacking options on if we do need to get something out of the game. Or so my hands were tied today. I had to make them choices. It was just that bad, which is for the first time, like I said, I've not seen us play that bad. We've had a couple of games where we haven't played well this year, and you know, we've been getting a result out of it. Today we deserve nothing, and the players have to have a long, hard look in the mirror now. Individuals, not the team, certain individuals. I've just said they've left me with no choice but to make those changes now. You know, I'll always defend the players. I always have done since I've been here. But today, for me, that was rock bottom. That was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me today. And it's tough to say because I love every one of them. But I think some of them now, you know, you're looking at the level and looking at the games coming thick and fast, and it's just tough on them and their bodies, and they might not be capable of doing it anymore. And you know, so. Yeah, substitutions wise, it was difficult for me today to make any kind of substitution, especially when we went 2-1 down to try and get back in the game. But then you look at the chance, Jack Rodgers should score. You know, there's no excuse for that. He's got to score a goal, hit the post again. That goes in 3-2. Then they get a man sent off. We might get something out of the game after having a horrific day at the office. Didn't go our way today, so it is what it is.
Like you say there, they got a man sent off with about 7 minutes left to play. Sometimes, you know, teams can get a bit stronger when they have a man sent off. Do you think that might have been the case today?
No, we just didn't offer up anything. They didn't really have to work for their goals. They just had more desire than us. And like I said, it was hard to watch the goals go in because it could be stopped a lot sooner, or it can be stopped before it goes in. It's just a lack of desire. There's no other way to put it. So yeah, you know, they went down to 10 men after 80 minutes or something like that. But even after that, you know it's going to probably even be tougher because they're going to defend. You know, the 3-1 up, we've got a cushion. But like I said, if we go into that 10-minute period with 3-2, when Jack takes his chance, you know, who knows? We might be standing there and we've got something out of the game. But that wasn't to be today. And like I said, we deserve absolutely nothing from that game. They're full credit for their win, and they deserve it.
So it's Tadcaster Albion on Tuesday. Is that a bit of relief for you now to have a game so close, just to, you know, really bounce back?
Yeah, obviously we picked up an injury with Hollis today, which is not ideal. We've got Danny out, Rod out. You know, we are not struggling as a squad in terms of bodies, but you know, you want your players on the pitch if you can. But yeah, the good news is you've got another game around the corner, and I said we'll find out what this team's about now. have they got that mentality to fight? Because that's what they need. They had it all their own way last year on the crest of a wave. Like I said to them, as far as I was concerned, the day after that happened, it had finished. I think a few of them think they've achieved something after last year. This year, I need to see some fight now. This is a tough league. The players need to understand that. And hopefully they get together, galvanise themselves now, and I'll help them do that. But the game on Tuesday is important. You know, we need to get some points on the board. There's no crisis. You know, we're only 10 games into the season, but I don't like the way that the manner of that performance and the manner of individuals going through the motions. That's not acceptable with me, and they know that. That's what hurts me the most. So, you know, I'll have conversations with players and the team as a whole. We've got to bounce back. We've got to come out now swinging. It's as simple as that. There's no other way of getting around it. That's football for you. It's hard sometimes. You find out a lot about players more so when they're in this situation than when they do when they haven't lost a game all year. So it'll be interesting to see how we react on Tuesday.